Sun Ye-jin confesses she made Hyun Bin sad, the generosity of her husband. Hello from the Yahoo Japan News family. We're delighted you're here. Please give our YouTube channel a warm hello and a click of support. Watch the whole video because we've tucked a few special nuggets into the middle that you won't want to miss. If celebrity life were a rom-com, the latest episode of real life, husband and wife cuteness would be the part where the lead heroine sheepishly hands over a packed lunch and the hero smiles like it's the world's most meaningful gesture. On Jung Jae-hung's show, where Sun Ye-jin appeared as a guest on September 21st, the actress opened up about marriage, parenting, and domestic life, and dropped a tiny, adorable truth bomb. She sometimes gives Hyun Bin the leftovers from their child's meal. Cue the collective gasp, and then the warm, forgiving smile. Now, before you picture an epic tiff, Sun Ye-jin herself admitted that small, domestic moments can be the kindling of tiny spats in many marriages, but in their house, things tend to go a different way. She confessed that when she hands Hyun Bin the leftover portion after preparing their son's food, he might feel a little wistful, a little sad, she said with a laugh. But he never scolds her. Instead, he understands. He takes it in with the kind of generosity that makes people swoon, the kind of generosity that keeps a married life calm, cozy, and, frankly, headline-worthy. Let's rewind 5 beats. Where did this mutual understanding come from? According to Sun Ye-jin, the couple first found unexpected common ground while working on the movie The Negotiation, a connection built on shared age, parallel career timelines, and even families of similar generations. They didn't need 1,000 words to explain each other. Their chemistry was the shorthand. Fans have long guessed that those early, empathetic moments seeded the kind of deep familiarity that later blossomed into marriage. So yes, art imitated life, and life returned the favor with a happily ever after. The scene on Jung Jae-hung's show that melted the internet was delightfully domestic. Sun Ye-jin tried Jung Jae-hung's tart and loved it so much she asked him to pack some to take home for Hyun Bin, a move which, in social media shorthand, earned her the affectionate label, simp wife, in the best possible sense. The clip captured something we rarely get to see in star lives, the uncomplicated tenderness of wanting your partner to taste something you enjoyed, to share a small joy after a long day. It's the kind of thing that reads like a recipe for long marriage happiness. 1 part culinary curiosity, 2 parts thoughtfulness, and a sprinkle of humor. Let's be honest, this is celebrity news that doubles as life advice. In Sun Ye-jin's own words, parenting has reorganized her priorities. Where she once experimented with recipes for the fun of it, now the meal plan orbits around the child, and sometimes the husband gets what's left. But instead of turning that into a marital burrito of resentment, Hyun Bin turns it into a soft, forgiving smile. He teases her that it's been a long time since he ate that dish, and she laughs in return. That laughter is what the tabloids don't always capture. The private script of 2 people who choose kindness in the tiny moments. A quick public service paragraph for the timeline bots and romantics alike. Sun Ye-jin and Hyun Bin tied the knot in 2022. After years of fan speculation and on-screen chemistry that warmed millions, today, they're parents to a son and still providing feelings of the week for fans who follow every affectionate gesture. Their story reads like a textbook example of how 2 busy actors can keep a gentle center, find shared values, respect one another's boundaries, and never underestimate the power of bringing home dessert. Why do we love this little anecdote so much? Because it's tiny and true. Grand gestures are great for the cinema, but the quiet, magnanimous acts, taking your partner's disappointment and answering it with warmth, are what build an everyday romance. Hyun Bin's generosity here is not the Oscar-winning kind. It's the kind of generosity that makes the kitchen a safe place again after a busy day. It's also the kind of generosity that turns leftover meals into legend among fans. Yes, fandom culture will happily dramatize any serving of food into a metaphor for eternal devotion. Fans reacted in that special way internet fandoms do, half memes, half gentle odes. Netizens congratulated the couple on their grounded approach to marriage, praised Sun Ye-jin for her candidness, and applauded Hyun Bin for being the kind of spouse who treats small domestic slip-ups as Non-issues. The overall sentiment, if the rest of us learn to handle leftovers with such humor and grace, many arguments could be avoided. Also, there were a lot of gifts. Very many gifts. During the same cozy cooking show episode, the atmosphere in the kitchen turned even more heartwarming when Ye-jin's eyes lit up at the very first bite of the dessert. Without missing a beat, she leaned toward the host with a playful smile and asked if he could pack a portion for her husband. It wasn't a request wrapped in grand gestures, just a natural impulse to share something delightful with the person waiting at home. The host, laughing, teased her to make sure Hyun got a personal invitation to his next show, and the exchange carried the easy rhythm of old friends who already know the happy story behind the couple. The moment felt like a glimpse into their private life, Ye-jin's thoughtful habit of bringing home flavors she loves, and the unspoken understanding that her husband will light up the second he tastes it. Later, when the cameras followed her back to the kitchen counter, she was already imagining Hyunbin's reaction, her voice soft but cheerful as she promised to deliver the treat. The picture of her carrying that little package wasn't just about dessert. It was a small celebration of the way they nurture each other every day. Food became a language of affection, proof that in the middle of their busy schedules and public lives, they still find joy in tiny exchanges. A spoonful of sweetness, a playful reminder to text, a shared bite that turns an ordinary evening into a story worth telling. It was the kind of simple, delicious gesture that fans adore, because it shows love not in speeches but in something as down to earth as bringing home a taste of happiness. So, what's the takeaway for the romantically inclined and the practically hungry among us? If you ever find yourself handing your partner the last spoonful of something delicious that was meant for the child, do it with a wink, an apology, and maybe a promise to share the next slice. If you're the one receiving it, practice magnanimity, or at least pretend to be moved. It's cheaper than a couple's retreat and almost as effective at building intimacy. Before we end, a little reminder from your friends at We Pack this story with the affectionate parody and gentle commentary that our channel loves to serve. If you enjoyed the way we slice this domestic epic, please support us with a like and a subscription, and do watch the whole video for a couple of special clips we snuck in between the commentary. There's a tiny montage that fans are already calling the dessert scene, and you'll want to see it. To Ye-jin and Hyunbin, may your home be full of laughter, leftovers that turn into love notes, and many more tiny, generous gestures. To our viewers, may your kitchen diplomacy be forever successful. With affection and a slightly rumbling stomach, the team